Breaking news. Switch to OUTsurance Business Insurance and get a 20% discount. News Leader. Proudly brought to you by OUTsurance.
Welcome back. Now, the JSE has reported double-digit growth in profit and headline earnings for the year ended December 2025, underpinned by stronger activity across its capital markets and post-trade businesses. Revenue rose, margins expanded, and the group declared not only a higher ordinary dividend, but a special cash payout as well, lifting its total distribution. Outgoing JSE CEO Leila Fourie joins us now to unpack the numbers. Leila, thank you so much for your time today. JSE investors will be smiling all the way to the bank. Now, it's really been a fantastic year for the group, earnings surpassing 1 billion rand for the first time. Beyond the strong market backdrop, what would you attribute this record performance to operationally?
Darling, we are very excited about the results. We've had a record-breaking year, and it's been across a number of areas. Our earnings have been diverse and resilient. They have been supported by growing non-trading income, but also by a very supportive backdrop. So our cash equity market was up 32% for the year in value traded. And markets really were rallying off the back of a resources rally, as well as an improved macroeconomic environment within South Africa. Now, what we're particularly pleased about is that we were able to reward our shareholders with a 28% increase in total dividend. And we have also earmarked funds that we might consider in a share buyback when market conditions are conducive. I think what's also important is that our resilience has been very strong. It remains exceptional at 99.96%. And when markets are rallying and you have volume throughput through the exchange, as we have seen in the last year, it's really important to make sure that we don't have any outages. The JSE hasn't experienced an outage in the cash equity market for 3 years now, which I think is a really important point. But I think ultimately, what we're really happy with is that the JSE is now left structurally stronger, with a much more clear path for continuity as we're approaching the final year in our Vision 2026.
And you touched on the non-trading revenue, and I want to zoom in particularly around diversification when it comes to your revenue streams. Just remind us how important, the importance rather of these annuity style revenues in reducing relying on pure trading volumes.
Darling, we will always focus on the core, which is trading. That's our business. It's very important. However, that said, we have grown the non-trading environment to buffer us against the extreme volatility. When you see equity value traded going up by 30 or down by 30% year on year. And we built out the business outside of trading, the trading business, which involves the share plan services and the investor services. So we manage share portfolios on behalf of the administration, on behalf of corporates, and we also sell data. In addition to that, we also have a very big infrastructure play, and we are starting to build value-add services that reduce the costs to the market to trade, new cloud-based co-location environments where their trading engines are co-located next to the JSE's trading engine. And so we've been very deliberate. We've grown our non-trading income by 91% since 2019, and we're very pleased that it now contributes 35% of our overall top line. So if we have a less buoyant year in the equity markets, we are not as badly affected as we would have been 5 years ago.
A nice buffer there, a nice defensive play for the JSE. Now, Leila, you've guided for continued capital expenditure into systems and infrastructure. What are the most critical upgrades or innovations we should expect to see? You can even walk us through perhaps how the JSE is viewing AI.
In fact, that's exactly where I was going to start, Ntaling. The JSE, our innovation is really built on a number of international collaborations with Amazon Web Services, Beeks, IPC, NASDAQ, companies like Big XYT, and we've been very agile and responsive in building global best practice into our business. We've driven a number of important pilots in AI. We are starting to test out the application of AI in the listings space, where our listings regulator is using AI to onboard and list companies, and also potentially in the future for ongoing obligations. We are also using AI for our largest and most important tech transformation. We're using an AI product by AWS to translate legacy old code into new modern code, and we're also using AI to test that solution. And by doing that, we're reducing the costs and the time to execute materially. And so AI is definitely impacting and reducing our costs to run the exchange, and we anticipate that it will be a central pillar in our business as we go forward.
All right, unfortunately, we have to leave it there. Leila, first and foremost, congratulations. You leave the JSE where it's at a very strong position, record earnings, strong cash generation, and a resilient balance sheet. So honestly, congratulations on all your achievements.
Thank you, Ntaling.
Now that was Leila Fourie, CEO of the JSE.
This just in. Switch to Outsurance and save on your car insurance, or ask for up to 1,500 Rand. News Leader, proudly brought to you by Outsurance.